Everybody, welcome to Stampin' with a Grandma Giggles. I am Mimi. Okay, so it looks like a mess right now, and it is, because I'm going to do the messy part first because it needs time to dry. So what I've got for you is a craft that I'm going to make, and the reason I'm making this craft the way I am is because I had to figure out a way to use these items that my son got for me in his Dollar Tree haul. And so I've been sitting here kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I came up with this idea. Now I did use, let's see, 1, 2, 3 things that aren't from his haul. So I was trying to keep it fairly minimal of what I actually use, other than of course the tools like the hot glue and hot glue gun and that kind of thing. But otherwise I've used pretty much everything else, okay, or at least in my head I have. Not sure how it's going to turn out or how it's going to look, but for those of you that didn't see the haul, this was in there. It's Coastal Breeze Potpourri. These glass beads were in there. I had to look at it because I couldn't remember what they were called. This ribbon with silver hearts and silver line was in there. These paper clips were in there. These butterfly stickers were in. What else? Oh, these, oh my gosh. Well, you know what these are. Doilies. Paper doilies were in here. And I think, oh no, also the bird. Our gold bird was in here. Now, I will tell you, I have removed the little clip that was part of this guy. And I put it in with... Oh, I lied. Okay, I got 4 things. I used 4 things because I'm using... Remember these little clothesline clips that I picked up on another haul? I'm using some of those as well. So this is the clip that was in the little birdie. It's just this metal clip that, you know, this part of it was stuck inside of him. It took a little jiggling, but I was able to get it out. You know, it wasn't that awfully hard. So if you have another, you know, project that you might want to use this in, you know, save it, because I just stuck it in here with my my clothesline. Oh my gosh, whatever those wooden things are called. Okay, so, and then the other thing that I brought in was my Pigment Sprinkles from Stampin' Up. Now, if you guys haven't seen these before, you're going to love them. The reason my hands are dyed is because I've already actually dyed 3 of my doilies. And the first one I did specifically with just the Bermuda Bay. And I thought, well, that might not really match that well, but then I looked and it actually matches perfectly with some of these. So I wasn't too worried about that. And then the next one I did is this one that has a little more of the dark color in it, which I love. This is probably going to be my favorite one, even though purple is my favorite color, but I think there's probably too much purple in it because there's not any purple in here. So I'm going to do the 4th one. Like I said, these are going to need time to dry. So I'm going to do the 4th one right here, right now. And you'll see why my hands are... This is after I've washed them, you guys. Okay, so what I've found is... And you're going to need I use a piece of paper and I use plastic under it. And I don't know if you can see this, but my mat is now colored also because I didn't use quite enough of this. So let's see if I can pull this out a little bit more. Okay, well, it really doesn't matter because I guarantee my mat will look better with it on than it does without it because my mat is just a mess. I mean, technically it's not really a mess. It's just stained because I've had it for years and years and years. I just never really felt like I needed a new one. I do now absolutely need a new one because mine has started to warp within this last, I don't know, 6 months. So I've got a couple of, you know, little lifts there. But anyway, so let's get back to this. So the pigment sprinkles I'm using are Gorgeous Grape and Bermuda Bay. And that's what I did. I mixed these two to get this, you know, beautiful color. And the other things that I'm using, I'm sorry, let me finish what I'm using. I've got this in my haul yesterday. I have this. It was Bring Out the Best Foods. It's depending on what side of the country you're on, it's Best Foods mayonnaise, or if you're on our side of the country, it's Hellman's. I happen to have this from when I was in on the West Coast. So here it's Best Foods. I mean, over there it's Best Foods. Here it's called Hellman's. So I have this little goody jobber that I'm just gonna put aside. And then I don't know if you guys remember this galvanized pail that I got. I have this. I'm gonna use this as well. Now I know you guys are probably going, what in the world is she gonna make with all this stuff? I'll show you. This is going to be a long video, so bear with me. You will love what happens at the end of it. I hope. Okay, so let's get to the pigment sprinkles. I'm going to lay the purple down first, the Gorgeous Grape. And really, it's just a matter of sprinkling this on. You don't need very much, you guys. I'm telling you, you really don't. And I try to get at least a little bit on each of these. There's roses on here, which, you know, this would be better for a different project, but my challenge is to use them. So I need to use them, right? Okay, so that's good for the Gorgeous Grape. Then we're going to grab the Bermuda Bay. Now, these pigment sprinkles match our cardstock and our beautiful designer series paper, which we lovingly call DSP. So now I'm going to spray some of this on. I'm going to use a little more of the Bermuda Bay this time because the last time I didn't use quite as much, and I got that more purpley color, and I really want to try and stick with the more of the blue. So just kind of, you know, however much you want. All right, so let's do this. Now, I may need to get more water, but I think I should be okay. Now, real quick, like these pigment sprinkles come in a box of 6, okay? You have your Granny Apple Green, your Melon Mambo, oh, no, Mango Melody, sorry. Gorgeous Grape, Bermuda Bay. Let me see. I think I remember these 2 colors, but I want to double check because I was wrong on them. Yeah, Melon Mambo is the pink one. And then this is your Daffodil Delight. Okay, and they come in this cute little box. And as you can see, you don't need that much. So the order number is 149663. Okay, that's where you're gonna get this. I'll make sure I put this in there so you can see Pigment Sprinkles Watercolor Crystals by Stampin' Up. All right. Now, this is where the magic happens, and you're going to want to make sure you have something ready. You can see I've already used this, which I probably could actually use this on my little design there. It's pretty cool, actually. I might actually use some of this, guys. All right, so where's my water? Here's my water. The other thing that you guys are going to want to have, or at least some sort of a spray bottle. I have these are little spritzers from Stampin' Up, and they just have water in them. They come 2 to a pack. I have several because I use them very fast with my pigment sprinkles, but I also have my beautiful granddaughter who likes to use them when she plays with my hair or whatever else. So I always have them full of water. So I have like 6 or 7 or 8 of them, something like that. I did give one away to a lady, but anyway, let's watch the magic happen, okay? Okay, so you can kind of start with just a few sprinkles. You can kind of start to see stuff, right? But I like to get down and dirty. Look at this, you guys. The more you spray, the better it is. Okay, I think I'm out of this one, so let's get to this next one here. And don't worry about how wet you get it, okay? Because this is where your little dibber-dabber... this happens to be a paper towel, but, you know, dibber-dabber, that's a word, right? Okay, so we all know it's not, but... Okay, and the reason I have this is because there's some spots on here that I didn't get, you know, some of my white spots. And this is where your fingers are going to get kind of sticky, but you're going to kind of dab the wet parts and then dab them onto the paper so it's not wet. So let's go over here to where you have some white spots over here and get some white and then dab it on, and it's no longer white. See? You see how I'm doing that? So try not to, you know, don't worry about wasting or anything like that, because it's you're not going to waste it. I mean, you can always use this for something else, obviously, like I was just saying. And then try and soak as much up as you can. And if you want to move colors around, you can, you know, this is where you can get really creative with your colors. So the more you dab on, the more color you can put on it. Does that make sense, you guys? The more water you spray. Okay. So this is kind of how I want it. I'm going to leave it just like this, and then I'm going to let it hang and dry. Well, not hang, but I'm going to put it up in a place where I can let it dry. Okay, I'm going to put this one over here. Now I'm going to just kind of move this out of my way, and you guys are going to see my messy see, it's got all kinds of stains on it, guys. Look at these. They're horrible stains. And here's where it's starting to buckle, because that's where the crease in my table is. So my husband is planning on doing a straight board for me, and he's going to make it. It'll be nice. I'll show it to you guys when it's done. I have no idea, because he works 12-hour shifts, and it's crazy. Hi everybody, sorry about that. I had a bit of a coughing fit, and you know that yucky stuff that comes up from your tummy came up, and so my throat, my esophagus feel completely burned, like I've been eating ghost peppers or something. So I apologize. I really want to get this video done because I'm so excited about it. So I did take a little bit of a break, and I also had time to fill up my spritzers with more water. But anyway, thank you for being patient. I'm going to go ahead and get started, kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm doing here. I apologize for clearing my throat all the time. Okay, so now, part of the stuff that Jonathan got for me were these paper clips, and I'm trying to think to myself, how in the world am I going to use these things? So what I did is I took paper clips and I unfolded them just like this, just with my fingers. I didn't use any special tools or anything. And kind of curved them, because what I'm using them for is for I'm using them for my project, obviously, but it's going to be kind of like a little walkway all the way around the project. So I have these beads that he had got from these little glass beads, and I took the paper clips, and I put these little glass beads on. Just like this. See, now I don't have to take any out because these already fell off. Okay, now at the moment, I just have them kind of barely clipped on. They're not glued or anything. I am going to use a bit of hot glue to keep these in place. But I just wanted you guys to see what I did. You can see here, I pulled the white part off. I didn't pull it off on most of them, but this one, for some reason, the plastic was so thick on it, the beads weren't going on. And rather than, you know, trying to mess with it, I just pulled the plastic off of it. So that is that one. I did 2 full ones, and I have 14 beads. Whoops. This one got missing. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 right here. So this one's missing, isn't it? But it goes right there. And I'll glue those on in a bit, or hot glue them, whatever. And I kind of played around with the different colors because originally my plan was to keep the plastic on them. And I was thinking, you know, I'll just go ahead and use a blue, but this was just a little, it would have matched some of them. Like these here, it would have actually matched them. But I decided to go just kind of without, just do whatever I want. Okay. So, you've seen me how I use these. You've seen me use a few of the paper clips. Let's see what else I'm using. This pail. This is how I'm using it. Okay. This glass pocket, yeah, that jar. Apothecary jar. Okay. Now, what do you see? I seen a lighthouse. So, put those aside. And remember the bowls I said I got for the family? I stole one. So what I want to do here, I think I want to kind of layer these on my bowl and make them kind of look like ocean scenes, you know? So I'm going to layer these two. I think I'll layer these two on the side. On either side here. And then maybe this one. Maybe in the back like this. Right now I'm just kind of getting an idea of how I want to do this. Okay. I think that'll be good. Okay. So I'm going to take out my Mod Podge. And I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was going to be, you guys. I thought I had a brush handy, but I don't. So I'm going to take my little spongies, cut it up, give myself a little bit here. So I just kind of cut a little bit off here. I am going to grab a fun paper clip here. So you never know when you're going to have to make do. So I just, you know, if I don't have something, I use something else. And then what this does is it gives you something to hold on to as you're doing your little gluing, you know, whatever gluing you're doing or what have you. Okay, so last, third, second, first. So it doesn't really matter which way. Oops, this is part of the birdie tail. Make sure this is checking up enough. I'm just going to kind of, whoopsie, that's a lot. But that's okay. We're just going to do this. Just spread it around. Just like so. And part of the middle too, because you're going to end up with some overlap. Now, hopefully this looks as good as it does in my head. Now make sure you get the lip too. I think I kind of missed some of the lip. I thought I got the lip, but I guess I didn't. Okay, let's put that over there, and And I'm okay with, you know, flipping it down to make it kind of look, you're going to want to make it kind of fit anyway. So flip it down, you know, do what you got to do. Okay. Now also, just so you guys know, I'm sucking on some peppermints because, well, because my throat hurts. You can re-wet where this other side was here. You don't have to go all the way around. But now on this one, I'm actually going to put some on top of this other one that I've already laid down, because I do want this to stick down. Okay. Let's get this one on here. Whoops. My bowl's moving. Oh no! You guys see what I just did? I totally messed that up. But that's okay, because that's going to be on one of the sides, so I'm not too worried about it. But, okay. So right here, actually, I tore it right down here, so I just covered it up. And that's, you know, make do, right? Make do. Okay. So, this is going to be the messy part of your project. Okay. And again, I'm not too worried about this top part. I am going to mash some of it down with some more Mod Podge. And we're going to let this dry once we get the other two pieces on. Okay. So let's get some more Mod Podge on here. Oops. Okay. Get the third one on here. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm leaving extra. See where it's, I'm letting it come over the lip here. So I'm not talking very much right now. Mainly because my throat kind of hurts. So I apologize, you guys. I really do. But I'm so excited to get this done. I hope you guys can forgive me for this. Not talking very much, because I'm just really, really excited about this. I'm going to put a little more up here, because this is where I want to kind of start making sure it sticks down. Okay. No, baby, get down. No, kitty, get down. For those of you that don't know, we have pet rescue here. Whoopsie. Down, kitty. Sometimes they jump on things that they don't realize are not attached to other things. Like what just happened. Okay. Let's get some more up here. You guys, there's also, I want to tell you, I do my own Mod Podge, and I'll tell you what it is. For those of you that don't know, now I know you can get it for real cheap at the Dollar Tree and whatever, but when you use a lot of it, you can go to any store. Walmart has glue, Elmer's glue for 50 cents sometimes, you know, especially around school time. You know, they want to make sure it's good and cheap for the kids when they go to school. And all it is, you guys, this is going to be so simple. Wait till you hear. Equal amounts of Elmer's glue and water. That's it. That's it. All you do. So if you're going to do 1 cup of Elmer's glue, then do 1 cup of water, mix it up, and there's your Mod Podge. Okay? So let's get some more on over here and put our final piece on. And then we can kind of cover the rest of it, you know, just get a good coating on wherever we missed. And we'll let this dry. So this is the long part. This is, you know, I was going to do part of it and I thought, well, I want you guys to see kind of the process. So, like I said, this is going to be a little bit longer video than my normal videos. Although the last one I did was pretty long, huh? Alright, so I want to find the most blue, which is right here. I'll go down. Go ahead and pull some of this down. And pull this down a little bit. Okay, I know you guys are wondering what this is going to be, and hey, what about those white spots? You'll see in just a second. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of stick some around here. And then roll, just get everything covered. Just make sure, because you want to make sure it stays. Just, yep. You rip it, stick it back down. Okay, it's really that simple. And the fun part about this is, because you've used those pigment sprinkles, you can actually use this Mod Podge to do some other, you know, mix some more color and do some more color mixing, you know? Alright, let's see here. Okay, so now I'm gonna stick my fingers down in here. Any spots I didn't get to stick down, I'm gonna stick down. And I'm gonna finish this side here, make sure it stays down. Okay, so there is my mess. I was going for kind of the look of the ocean, okay? So, my new bowl, get a little bit more over here, pull this down a little bit. Alright. Now, if you want, you can throw this out. But you can also rinse it out because it's a real sponge. you can rinse this out. And it's the, I use the washable glue, so you can totally rinse it out and be good to go. I am going to, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to stick it over here for now. Okay, let me get some sanitizer on my hands real quick, you guys, so I can get some of this stuff off. Oh, and if you, I forgot to tell you, see how I have like little stains right here? Just take some hand sanitizer and rub it in, and it'll come off with the, it'll come off with your paper towel or whatever else you want to use. Alright, so let me get my hands done first. Alright, let's get this off of here real quick. Oh, let me do a little bit more. Whoops. Now that was probably too much, you guys, but yeah, that was too much. So we'll get a few more things off here, but that's okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. My fingers are still a bit sticky, so I'm going to rub them together here real quick like. Okay. Move this so it can dry. I put it over the container that I stole my lid from, which has all like my tacky glue, glue stick, oil from my sewing machine, and it just got a bunch of odds and ends in it. But that's where I stole my lid from that I'm going to use. So, my husband goes through a lot of mayo though, so it's not going to be without one for too awfully long. Alright, let's put our actual lighthouse together. Okay, and I am not going to remove this because this is going to be over the top of it anyway. And then I'm going to have the, actually, this is going to be over the top of it, right? So, and then this is going to be over the words of the lid. So all you're going to see is this. Hopefully you can see this and I'm not like making a big mess here. Okay, so I'm going to look for this. This is going to be my back. And then this part's going to be the front, so I want this directly in the front here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my glue stick, or my glue gun. Let's get our glue stick. Speaking of glue sticks, though, I do actually need some glue sticks. I've got one in here, but let's do this real quick. I may use a few, so I'm going to put a few out here. Alrighty, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze some glue out along this edge here. Alright. And then I'm going to try and get this as even as I can. Actually, what would be better is if I did this. Okay, and that's on. So back is here. I want this right there. So in this particular case, I'm going to put the hot glue on this. This bottom right here. Alright. Let's get this on real quick like here. Alright. There is the start of our lighthouse. Okay, now remember how I did these little pieces here? Alright, so here's what I'm going to do now. Kind of move that out of the way. I'm going to take little bits of my hot glue and put them in this little hole right here. And I'm gonna need this over here a little bit further. All right. So if you're wondering what that background noise is, my husband is totally hooked on this show called Amish Mafia. And it just kind of cracks me up because you're like, you think the Amish are these like really perfect people, right? And then you see this show and you're like, whoa, maybe not. So I'm gonna take each one of these and see this little hole right here? That's where I'm sticking the glue. Now, I will be the first to admit, you guys, I may have some issues with this hand because that is the hand that I lost the use of with my strokes. And so, I still have some issues. This, my friends, is why I use low temp, because I touch it all the time. And so I'm still really working on, whoops, that one just went right off. Really working on my dexterity and other little fun things that go along with not having the use of one of your hands. Well, hello there. Let's see, we have 8. This needs to come back over here somewhere. Right about there, I think. Oh, maybe not. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, perfect. 14. Let's make sure. Hopefully, this is still wet enough. Okay. And this other flyaway. Speaking of flyaway, y'all heard about the new Top Gun movie, Top Gun Maverick? Okay, and I will be the first to admit I am not, absolutely not, a Tom Cruise fan. But I love the Top Gun movie. Okay, so how is this going to work? Well, first, I'm going to get all of these hot glued so that I can work with whatever else I'm going to do. So let me get everything hot glued in the way I want it to stand. So let's get onto these ones. I probably should have had a couple of these done already. Sorry about that, you guys. Again, long video. Okay, take this one off. All right, y'all. I need you to tell me some great ideas you have, and what would you have done with the items that my son picked out for me. Now, let's just assume that you didn't have any of the items that I had. So we want to know what exactly you yourself would have done with those items. And it could be anything, you know, and you don't, as you can tell, you don't have to use the paper clips as paper clips. You can use them the way I did. You can use them your own way. Just make it something fun. Tell me what you would do. And what's even funner, you guys, how about this? Let's have a challenge. Let me see what you guys design with the same items. You don't have to pick the same colors. That is not a requirement, but it would be fun to see what you guys come up with. My son did a really good job, I think. So I think it'll be kind of fun. I would really love to see what you guys come up with, because I can bet that there are going to be a bunch of really cool ideas out there that are way better than the ones I have. But I would really love to see those. So let's work on those, okay? So tell me what you would do with your items. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so we're almost done with this particular part of it. And then we're going to use the glue gun some more and see just exactly how far. I stopped here because the these go pretty close to all the way around, but I knew that it was going to be a little bit short, so I wanted to have just a little bit more here. I might actually be able to get rid of one of these little goodies here, actually, now that I think about it. I probably could have used one for both. But that's okay. Alright. So let's get these glued on. So my idea is to have like a little walkway. So let's just get some glue on these. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to go part way up here on all of them, on all four. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I keep twisting in my hands because of the okay. Okay, pull all the glue spiders off. Oops, having a hard time grabbing that one. Oh my goodness. So you're going to have to work pretty fast with this because, oh, that one needs to go down. I have to redo this one. Maybe not. Oh yeah, definitely need to redo that one. Okay. So let me redo this one real quick, because this one needs to go down a lot further than what it is. Okay, so the other thing you might want to do is use a little bit of E6000 on these, you guys, and then just use the hot glue for, you know, quick adherence, because the E6000 will keep it on, but the hot glue will adhere it right away. So you're going to want to do that. I mean, if you want it to stay long term or whatever, which of course you probably do. Yeah, I definitely should have thought about this a little bit better. So I think what I'm going to do is... Alright, y'all. I'm going to go this way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these on. And I'll add on some extras later. I'll add the rest of them on to the back later, because I want to be able to get this speeded up just a little bit. And to be honest with you, the reason I don't do speed up on the actual video is because I don't know how to do that. I am kind of computer illiterate, y'all. Like how I say y'all after I tell you I'm computer illiterate. Okay. So there's these little goobly jobbers. So we make up new words, right? Okay. You can pull your spiders away as you're trying to get everything to hold. Okay. So we have about this much left over, and I don't think I have quite that much. So what I'll do is I'll do that part of it later. No. Let's see. Let me just put on a couple beads, you guys. This is. I'll see if I can figure out how to. Let's see. Let's do one of these, and some of these. When I was doing this, some of these don't fit, like that one. So I have to kind of be careful. This was a challenge. I am glad that I got the challenge. It was pretty fun, actually. Okay, get one of these little pretties. Oh, that one's broken. I'm gonna toss that one. Don't need no broken stuff, right? I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's bad. Okay, then we'll do one of these. Nope, that's as far as that one goes, so we'll put that one back. That one's really small. Some of these have really good holes, and some of them are just so stinking small. Let's see if that one's a little bit bigger. Well, maybe. There we go. These clear ones seem to have bigger holes in them. Oops. Okay, that is all we need. So I'm going to grab another one of these real quick like here and stick this on. Let's see, where do we want this? Actually, all right. Okay, let's get my fingers to work, huh? Okay. That looks pretty darn good. Well, I might have to... Oh, you guys, I'm going to have to take this one off. Okay. I got one too many there. Again, I didn't think about this, but you're going to need wire cutters. I don't know if I have any. Let's see if these junk scissors will work for me. Oh, looky there. Okay. So there's that. Let's get these adhered to our spots. Well, these are not cooperating, so I might still have one too many on there. Okay. we're going to let that be as it is, because this is really all I'm worried about is this front part. That's what I wanted the most precious look on. Okay, so I'll deal with this later. Put these back over here. Okay, now let's move on to these. What am I going to do with these, you ask? We're going to dump them out. Ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, I should be able to use that somewhere, huh? Oh, you guys. Did I just find kind of a... Or is it going to go up there like that? Nah,